Japan's death penalty system operates in secrecy, leaving inmates in constant fear of the unknown. This is how it happens. Japan's death penalty system operates in a manner that has drawn global attention for its secrecy and psychological impact on inmates. Unlike in many countries, Japanese death row prisoners are not informed of their execution date until the morning it takes place. This practice is justified by the state as a means to preserve emotional stability and prevent self-harm, but it subjects prisoners to prolonged uncertainty. Every day, they wake up unaware if it will be their last. In fact, it is so bad that inmates had to file a lawsuit over the same-day execution practice. Take the case of Tomohiro Kato, who was executed on July 26, 2022, after spending 14 years on death row. Convicted of killing 7 people and injuring 10 in a 2008 attack, Kato lived in a cell just large enough to hold a bed, sink, and small desk. For years, he existed in limbo, surrounded by specially designed rounded objects to prevent self-harm. When his time came, he received only a few hours' notice before being led to the gallows. The issue of wrongful convictions further complicates the death penalty in Japan. High-profile cases, such as those of Menda Sakai and Iwao Hakamada, are good examples of these significant flaws. Sakai spent 34 years on death row before being exonerated in 1983, after it was revealed that police had concealed evidence proving his innocence. Similarly, Hakamada, who was released in 2014 after 45 years in prison, faced a retrial due to concerns over falsified evidence. One shocking fact about Japan is that the country still keeps the death penalty despite having one of the world's lowest homicide rates. In fact, the percentage of convicted murderers sentenced to death is comparable to that in the United States, where violent crime rates are significantly higher. This discrepancy has, therefore, raised concerns about Japan's justice system and whether the death penalty is actually a fitting punishment. Aside from this, the process itself is uniquely harsh. In Japan, executions are carried out by hanging, a method that has been abandoned by most other developed nations. The condemned are brought into a room with an altar corresponding to their religion, be it Buddhist or Christian, and are blindfolded and hooded. They then stand on a trapdoor, which is opened by one of 3 buttons pressed simultaneously by guards in an adjacent room. This system is designed to remove the blame from the guards and make it hard for those involved to deal with the moral and emotional weight of executions. Public opinion also plays a significant role in the retention of the death penalty in Japan. Surveys indicate that the majority of citizens support its use, often viewing it as a necessary form of justice. Unlike the United States, where the application of capital punishment varies by state, Japan's centralized government ensures uniformity in its enforcement. In addition to this, efforts to reconsider the death penalty have not gained significant traction, even during periods of political change. The process by which death sentences are determined also differs from many other countries. You see, Japan employs a lay judge system, where citizens participate alongside professional judges to decide both guilt and sentencing. Additionally, a simple majority is sufficient for a death sentence. This means that in a panel of 9 judges, just 5 can decide on a death sentence, even if the remaining 4 dissent. That's not all. Execution procedures are also done in secrecy. The Justice Minister signs execution orders, often at times designed to avoid public attention, such as before political recesses. And the worst part is that family members and lawyers of the condemned are notified only after the execution has taken place. This lack of transparency is intentionally done so that only little information about the execution process of those on death row is known. Currently, over 100 individuals remain on Japan's death row. The country's approach to capital punishment, which combines prolonged psychological strain, strict procedural secrecy, and unique methods of execution, continues to operate largely unchanged. While debates over the practice persist, Japan remains among the few developed nations to retain the death penalty as a central component of its justice system.